how you see something can determine your skill, in a sense, how you look at something. So, as we've talked about so many times in the past, everybody wants to make money. And you've heard me go through that, and I've ranted on it, that's the wrong thing to be focused on. But I've got another thing that I want to bring up, and that is, it could be very helpful to you to think in terms of your equity curve in your account. And instead of trying to make money per se, you're actually looking at your equity curve and protecting it. And you're saying, I want to only take trades that are going to increase my equity curve. Equity meaning, when you look at your account, let's just say you have a really common account, like a $5,000 account. And let's say you've made $500 and you've made that in, let's just say 10 trades. Let's say you're trading on the micro, and in 10 trades, you've made $500 and you've had some losses in there, but your equity curve is clearly going up. So that's what we want to protect, is the equity curve. That to me is more important than the idea of just making money. If the equity curve has to go sideways or slightly lower, I want to make sure that my next trade is successful, and I'll pass up lesser opportunities to make sure that my equity curve stays in a positive position going up. It has to look like a trend. If your equity curve, instead of looking like a trend, looks more like a sideways market, going to highs and lows, but not going up, then it's not really where you want it to be. It should look like a trend. So don't be afraid to think about your account as an equity curve, because you have that on your platform somewhere. You can see your gains and losses, and try to think in terms of keeping that operating as a trend. And it is frustrating. It can be frustrating sometimes to have to consciously miss a trade or stand aside, especially if it does what you think it's going to do, just so that you can have your next trade really be what it is that you're looking for. And so I prioritize that equity curve over making money per se. The equity curve is actually created from whether or not you're being successful in your trading. But it's another way to think about it, and to say, what I really want to do is protect my equity curve. I'm not interested in just making money. I'm interested in making sure that the curve is up. That's what I'm trying to do. And even if your curve isn't up right now, that kind of thinking could help you to have a curve that is working towards being up. Or let's say there's a day in the market isn't really your day. It just isn't doing what you want it to do. Like I think yesterday, I wasn't able to do much in the market. I just wasn't seeing what I needed to see. And it wasn't frustrating to not trade when I wasn't seeing what I wanted to see, because I'm not being pushed by the need to make money on any specific day. So I just didn't do anything and waited and waited, and nothing happened. And today I've had a wonderful day. Today is much more normal, up until Europe closed, where the market gets a little bit strange for a while. But, so that's the thought I want to give to you is, think in terms of your equity curve. And it's another way to think about your account, instead of always thinking about, I just want to make $100 or is whatever it is that you might be thinking about. Try to think about protecting that equity curve and growing that curve. It'll make you more conscientious about the trades that you are willing to take, and things will probably work out better if you do that than just think like normal people think, which is, I'm just here to make money, which may be true, but to really make money, you have to be thinking about other things.